Well, dear students and fellow men, today we are going to talk about solar energy and its various applications in urban as well as rural areas. Although solar energy we have been using for many years in the past, but in recent days we are talking about many solar energy gadgets, maybe in the form of thermal energy or photovoltaic energy. Thermal energy, when we deal with temperatures maybe from few degrees centigrade up to few thousand degrees centigrade. Solar thermal energy makes a lot of sense for us. The very first thing is we always dry our clothes, dry cereals like paddy, wheat, maize, chilies, vegetables, fruits, etc. Here we need a temperature of about 50 degrees centigrade. Now our ambient temperature normally it is more than 25 degrees centigrade. So we have to make air heated another 25 degrees centigrade to make it 50 degrees centigrade. So we have to make solar air collector. So solar air collector is a very simple device where ambient air goes in at a temperature of 25 degrees centigrade and comes out at a temperature of 50 degrees centigrade. Now this is done in a very simple way. We have an aluminum sheet of 3 feet by 6 feet size. Then we place a thermocol of 3 feet and 6 feet. Then we place a black painted metallic corrugated sheet on the top of the thermocol, and then a glass, a plain glass, window glass of the same size. So these four things, aluminum sheet, thermocol, a black painted metallic sheet and a window glass, all these four items the same size are framed together, and at the inlet we fix up an air blower. Now when we run the air blower, it sends air at an ambient temperature of nearly 25 degrees centigrade, and when the air goes over the black painted metallic sheet and comes out from the other side, the air gets heated and an delta T of about 25 degrees centigrade is added. So the air which comes out from this small arrangement, what we call it solar air collector, it gives air at a temperature of 50 degrees centigrade, and this air is very suitable for the drying. So we need a drying chamber where we can dry from any cereals, vegetables, fruits. So we pass the hot air coming from the solar air collector, which is roughly about 50 degrees centigrade. We take it to the dryer, we feed the materials, and then within 5 hours, 6 hours, it is dried. So, by doing so, we reduce the moisture content of the material, and then we can preserve the material for longer duration. In our Indian climate and in many other countries, we have to preserve food grains, vegetables and fruits for longer time, and that is the reason we dry them. We reduce the moisture content of the material from around 60% moisture content, reduce it to 15% moisture content through the drying arrangement, and at about 15% moisture content we can preserve the material for longer duration. So, this is the purpose of drying. Now, similar arrangements, solar air heating system can also be used for our hilly terrains, hilly areas. For example, in India, Himachal Pradesh as well as Uttarakhand. Now, these are the areas where there is a low temperature, but sunshine is available. So, arrangement like this, what I explained to you, solar air heating system can be very much used for space heating in these hilly areas. Similarly, solar water heating system is another area where there are large applications, starting from residential areas to hotel industries, to dairy industries, textile industries, pulp industries, agro industries, where we need lot of hot air. So, solar water heating system in another very important area. This is a very much matured technology, starting from 100 liter per day capacity to 500 liter, 1000 liter and so on, so forth. So, solar water heating system can very much be used for hot water and washing clothes. It has a greater application for dry cleaning and many industries, as I mentioned to you. For a residence, these days solar water heating systems are available at a cost of 20,000 rupees for 100 liter per day capacity. Lot of manufacturers like Tata Solar and many other companies which are making solar water heating systems. There is another important area is solar cooking. From a smaller system to a bigger system. A smaller system of solar cooking is available like an umbrella having a pressure cooker of 3 liter to 5 liter at the focal point. So, looks like an umbrella which is especially a reflector, and at the focal point we place a pressure cooker. So, this umbrella receives solar radiation, and all the solar radiations are getting focused at the focal point, and so the pressure cooker is heated and can cook rice, pulses, potatoes, heat milk, even many other dishes. Right now, the most interesting thing is to go for solar cooking, where we produce steam on the terrace. How do we produce steam? We in fact place Schaeffler dishes. Schaeffler dishes are the reflectors where solar energy are coming and then getting focused at the focal point. So, focal point, there is a metallic receiver which gets heated at a very high temperature, and there is an inlet where the water is coming, and there is an outlet where the steam is going out. So, we have many such Schaeffler dishes which are connected in series, and so all the steam are getting collected, are getting stored on the roof, and this steam is brought to the kitchen. In the kitchen, there are very big containers, steel made containers, where the steam pipe is coming and connected to the containers. So, we put rice in the containers, put water in the containers, close them, and then steam is passed for 15 to 20 minutes, and like that the rice is cooked. Similarly, the pulses are cooked, the potatoes are boiled, and many more such applications. So, solar steam cooking is very much interesting, where we can cook food for 5 to 10,000 to 20,000 people, and we can save lot of energy, conventional energy. So, this is an area very, very important for a country like India and many other tropical countries. In India, we have many dharmsalas, we have many ashrams where 30, 40, 50,000 people gather during the religious functions. And we have many examples in this country. Shirdi thermal applications at Shirdi Sansthan, then we have another at Mount Abu thermal applications. So, solar steam cooking have become recently very much interesting, and if we have to save energy, I think we should go for solar thermal cooking. Now, water desalination has become very interesting in recent areas. Cities near to the seashore, there is a shortage of water. In India, like Chennai, like Mumbai, these are the cities where there is a shortage of water. So, in these areas, we can go for water desalination. We can even tap seawater, use solar energy, and make clean water, separate them from the salt content, make drinkable water, and supply to our cities. This is very much a new area, and we need to do further research and development in these areas and make available seawater and other forms of water into drinkable water. Recently, solar cooling has become very much interesting field. For a huge country like ours, we need to store many perishable food like tomatoes, potatoes, onions, vegetables, fruits. So, we need to go for cold storage, and since solar energy is readily available in our country, we can use solar energy and convert the heat of solar energy into cooling through a technique what we called vapor absorption system. So, actually we produce thermal energy on the terrace and we bring thermal energy into the vapor absorption machine, where we convert the heat energy, and through gaseous cycle we convert the thermal energy into a cooling energy, where we produce chilled water, and through chilled water we produce chilled air, and chilled air is circulated in the buildings. So we can go for air conditioning applications in the buildings, or we can go for cold storage and use them for preserving lot of perishable goods, vegetables, fruits, etc. The advantage will be for the farmers, because when they cultivate their vegetables, that time the market price is very cheap. So that time they do not get very good price for their crops, and if they preserve these fruits, vegetables in their cold storage run by solar energy, in that case after preserving for certain time they can fetch a very good market price. So this is very much essential in our country and many other tropical countries. Apart from these thermal applications, solar energy has another applications what we call photovoltaic systems. Photovoltaic systems where solar energy is falling on the solar panels, photovoltaic panels, and directly solar radiation is converted into electricity. For example, 100 watt per meter square of solar radiation falling on an area of 2 meter square of solar panel and taking about 15% efficiency of solar panel gives us a 300 watt of output from a single solar panel. So this 300 watt output we can make combination in series and parallel. 3 such solar panels can give an output of 1 kilowatt, and similarly we can go for 2 kilowatt, 3 kilowatt, and so on so forth. So solar photovoltaic energy recently has been in use, and right now India has produced about 70 gigawatt of renewable energy, which is roughly about 20% of renewable energy out of the total electrical installation of 340 gigawatt of power in India. So solar is going in a very strong way, lot of developments in the photovoltaic area, and so there is a need for solar lighting, solar boating, solar train, vehicles, and many such areas. India is a big country where still 60% people live in rural areas where we do not have drinkable water. So solar water purification is a very promising area where you can design, develop, and use solar energy for water purification. One such important area is solar water pumping, because our farms, residences, animal farms require plenty of water, and this we can provide through the help of solar water pumping. In that case, solar water panels are connected to the controller, and controller is further connected to motor and pumps. So these solar water pumping systems are available in 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt, and 3 kilowatt sizes, costing around 50,000 to 60,000 rupees cost of the panels, and then cost of the motor and the pumps. Fencing is another area. When we have animal farms, cow shelters, we need to go for a fencing. this fencing can be done with just solar panels. So, a small current and voltage can be generated and can be put in the fence, so that when other animals they come in touch of the fence, they get separated and you can very well preserve them without any harm from other animals. I talked about solar cooling. Again, such systems are similar to solar refrigeration, solar cold storage. So, these are the new upcoming areas, and hot countries are very suitable to go for cold storage, refrigeration, air conditioning and cooling. And great example is India and many other tropical countries. So, my dear friends, these are the various applications. New applications are coming up with solar energy in a very economical way. Similarly, like mobile phones have become very popular. So, these solar gadgets are going to be in future very much beneficial to the people of our country and many other such countries. And in that perspective, an international solar alliance has been made, where many tropical countries along with India have joined hands, and all these various applications of solar energy are going to be popularized. Thank you very much.